Okay, so the GT86 is nearly done, as you can hopefully tell. The angle kit, we've got all of it on pretty much, we just need to iron out a few little issues. You can kind of see in there some of the new stuff. It's a bit dark, you probably can't see very well. But that gives you a rough idea of the amount of angle we're going to get now. Don't know if it comes across on camera very well, but it's a fair bit more than stock. So looking forward to trying that out. But there will be a separate video on the angle kit install and all that stuff, so that's going to be a separate video. For now, I'm just going to be getting the R8 in here, so I'm going to try and get this out of the garage. I say try because there's some slight issues when we get this on the ground, so I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to manoeuvre it out of the garage at the moment, but we'll try, we'll see what happens. I just need to stick this wheel back on, and then yeah, get the R8 in here and swap the pads over. The reason for swapping the pads is because I'm doing a track day tomorrow. Leaving it last minute, of course, as usual. And basically I'm going to try some different pads. These PFC carbon pads. Because I didn't get on very well with the Pagid pads on the R8, so I'm going to try these. This is the PFC 08 compound, I believe, for anyone who knows much about these brakes. They're pretty expensive, so I'm hoping they're going to be pretty good, and I'm basically just going to use them for track days only. So yeah, that's why I'm just going to swap them onto the R8 once it's in here, and then use them for the track day tomorrow, and then swap them back afterwards. I've also just been and got some new tyres fitted to the R8 because somehow the old ones got destroyed. So yeah, it's got fresh Michelin Pilot Super Sports on it again now, and yeah, hopefully they'll be alright for the track tomorrow. I'm hoping it dries up though, it's been pouring down with rain today, so we'll see what it's like. But yeah, anyway, let's get the wheel back on this, get this out of here, and get the R8 in and swap the pads. Right, so as you can see, we've made it to the track, and it was a bit wet earlier, but it's dried up nicely now. So let's go have some fun. What a shocker. What a shocker.
It's all too noisy, I'm afraid.
Okay, I'll try and give it down.
Just smooth it through here, please.
Okay, go. some nice stuff turned up. Got 458 going out at the moment. This lovely Huracan, Gallardo, that piece of shit. Mini, which sounds awesome. And a couple of other bits and bobs. Yeah, it's good so far. See if we can keep up. Cheeky 570S, looks nice, sounds nice. Yeah, I quite fancy a ride out in it, but I don't think I'm going to get a chance now. Right, so the track day is over, as you can probably tell. This has been filmed the day after. But I just thought I'd give a couple of thoughts on how it went, and also explain about something that was really cool that I didn't get to film, unfortunately. So we'll start with a quick summary of how the day went. The new pads on the R8 were awesome. The PFC pads, they were really good, slowed it down a lot better than the stock pads. And the limiting factor now seems to just be the tyres and the weight of the car, I guess. Because it locks up now, basically. Like, not as soon as you press the pedal, but when you start wanting it to brake harder and harder, obviously you're going to get to a point where you overpower the tyres and they can't grip. So we've got to that point now where it's not the brakes that are letting it down, it's just the tyre can't keep up. So I think if I wanted it to be better on the braking, which you'll have probably noticed when I was chasing that 458, that was the main area that I was losing ground a lot of the time, was on the braking. Like, that thing, I was amazed how late he was braking for some of the corners, and how like quickly he could slow it down. And a lot of that could just be like, he could just be a lot more confident on the brakes than me, but it did feel like there was no way my car would have stopped at the same points he was braking at. So yeah, I think just the lighter weight of a 458, even though there's not that much in it, and the better brakes setup, I think that helped a lot there. So yeah, I think the next thing to improve would be better tyres, but I don't really want to do that because that means less sideways, and we all know how much I love sideways. Anyway, the thing that happened, which I didn't get to film, which was really cool, was that I got to drive the 570S, the McLaren 570S that was there, that you'll have seen briefly in the video. I actually got to do a few laps in that, so that was really good. The guy who owns the circuit, it's his car, and he was kind enough to let me go and do 5 or 6 laps in it, which was awesome. And it's really made me interested in buying one again now. Like,
I don't really know what happened with the 570S, like with me potentially getting one, because me and Si were really keen on it. We went to the reveal event in Manchester, loved it. It was at like a fairly good price point. Alright, it's still a hell of a lot of money and a little bit out of my price range buying a brand new one at the time, and probably still is. And yeah, we loved it, and then they got released and I just kind of lost interest a bit. I don't really know why. I think it was partly because I heard a couple of negative comments about like the build quality on them. And that came from a couple of different people as well. Like, I think 3 different people had mentioned it, like that they'd bought one or driven one, and that the quality of some of the exterior parts and some of the interior parts just wasn't great. And I don't mean in like a kind of just the materials used weren't great. I mean like bits were not lined up properly, or bits were breaking or whatever. Which, you know, it's the cheapest car that McLaren makes, so maybe they've cut a few corners. And it kind of just put me off, you know, hearing that from a couple of people who'd spent, you know, 160, 170 grand on one, and you don't then want to have issues with it. So that's probably part of the reason. But no, driving it on the track really, really impressed me. It was a lot faster than I expected. Like, you think getting out of a 700 brake, nearly 600 pound-foot torque R8, you'd think the McLaren would feel relatively slow. I mean, it's 550, 560 brake, 400 pound-foot torque, I think, 420, something like that. You'd think that's just going to feel like a massive downgrade, but honestly, like when it got going, there's a bit of lag, but when it got going, it pulls really hard. Like, I guess just because it's so lightweight, but yeah, it goes really well. So that was impressive. The brakes, I didn't go crazy because it's not my car, and I had the owner sitting right next to me. I didn't go extremely, like, I didn't push it on the brakes or in the corners, but it felt good from what I did do. And yeah, overall it was a really good experience. Like, it's a lot better than you're going to get to do on a normal road test if you go and test drive one. Getting to actually like thrash it on the track a bit was awesome. So yeah, I don't know. I'm seriously starting to reconsider getting one again. Also, I think Motor Trend, I've probably got the channel name wrong. I think it was Motor Trend. They just did a video like last night on the like best driver's car of 2016, and spoiler alert, the 570S won. So that helps as well. That helps make me think, you know what, maybe I should give them a try. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe I should think about going to test drive one and looking at one and properly specking it up and see exactly how much it would cost. So yeah, overall, really good track day. All the people there were really nice as well. I don't think I explained at any point, but it was like a private track day. That's like somebody I know had just rented the track out, and they invited me very kindly. Obviously I had to pay for it, but yeah, it was an awesome day. Like, the Huracan and 458 and stuff sounded amazing, and all the people there were really nice. Like, people can sometimes ruin a track day. Like, if you get some dicks there, you can kind of take the fun out of it a bit. But everyone there was really nice, really friendly, and yeah, I'll definitely do a track day with them again. So hopefully we'll manage to sort that out at some point. But yeah, for now, the next track day is on the 1st of November, I think, or somewhere near the start of November, at Donington Park. So yeah, that's the next one I got booked. The next drift day is in like 2 days' time, or 3 days' time, and the 86 is nowhere near ready. So that's going to be fun, trying to make that happen. So we'll see if that actually makes it to the day. If not, I'm just going to be spectating, which is going to suck. But there's worse ways to spend a Wednesday, I guess. So that's it. I'll see you in the next video, whatever that may be.